This particular incident came from a man who accidentally used one of the plant leaves as toilet paper.
No!
I don't think it gets much worse than neurotoxin to the...
No! He happened to grab the most poisonous plant on the planet to use as toilet paper. Today, we are gonna watch a MoreParz video. It's the very first one that I am going to watch. Let's go.
Australia has a lot of spiders, but recently we found a new one, because of course we fucking did. And the new one is the most certified Australia moment I've ever seen. For a bit of context, one of the several thousand spider species we are home to is the Sydney funnelweb, the deadliest spider on the planet. Because of course it's down here. Where the fuck else did you think you were going to find?
Wait, do you have like 1,000 spider species in Australia? That's horrific. That's another reason why I would not go to Australia. Yeah, I hate that. I hate that. Spider with wings. There are some spiders that can like jump very far, right? Surely he's not talking about that spider. Thousands, yeah, disgusting.
Find it. These scary looking fuckers are highly venomous.
Oh my god, I hate that.
On you with a bite in 15 minutes. And if you think wearing thick clothes will save you, be aware the bastards have fangs long enough to punch through shoe leather. Now, why do I bring these little nightmares up? What is the one thing worse than a spider rocking armor-piercing rounds that can send you to heaven with same-day delivery? A bigger
spider! Okay, I was about to say that.
Rocking the same perk.
I'm not good at pausing.
That's right. Australian scientists have found a brand new species of this funnel web that is even bigger.
Oh, it's the same spider.
Well, the standard Sydney funnel web grows to around 5 centimetres or 2 inches. And I mean, if you're asking me, 2 inches is more than enough. 2 inches is actually fucking huge.
5 centimetres?
By comparison, this is the new one. It's twice the fucking size, cunt. 4 inches of 8-legged menace to the animal kingdom. But that isn't even the best part. You see, do you know what they named this thing? Do you know what professional scientists named a supersized version of the most dangerous spider on the entire fucking planet?
Is this some kind of joke?
The Newcastle Big Boy. Deadliest...
What? The big... Dude, what? Isn't there like some kind of thingamajig that the scientists also called a freaking Sonic reference? Scientists are not serious, okay? They name a lot of things silly names. This is a big spider. It's a very big spider. And I hate it. I hate it. Look at how shiny he is and hairy. Gross. This isn't the first time an animal's called Big Boy. There's more? There's more? Sonic Hedgehog. There was a Sonic Hedgehog thingamajig. I just can't remember what it was exactly. There's a bird that's referred to as Big Bird. Like the actual scientific name, you mean? It's the gene. Oh yeah, the gene. There we go. That's the one. Thank you. Yep. But if there were like 10 centimeter freaking big spiders walking around, I would not be okay. I think I would have to burn this stuff down. Oh, I hate it.
Spider on the entire fucking globe. Big boy. Only in Australia.
It's not just in Australia, though.
Are weird, but I'm not sure you quite understand just how fucking weird. See, everyone knows the basics. They lay eggs, they sweat milk, and they look like God hit randomizer on the spore creature creator and just called it a day. But you see, mate, that's barely even scratching the surface of weird platypus features. First up, as is the qualifier for any Australian animal, did you know they're venomous? No, I'm not fucking with you. You heard me correctly. Male platypus actually have venomous spurs on their hind legs. These spurs are multi-purpose, acting as defense from predators, as well as a tool for throwing hands with other male platypus during mating season.
Oh, wait. Are they not immune to their own poison then? Also, I know they sweat milk, but like, how do the young drink the milk? Do they just lick? Huh? Do they just lick their parents? Is that how it works? Is that what they do? Or do they not consume the milk? You'll find out. Okay, I guess I'll find out.
While their venom is non-lethal, that doesn't mean that getting stung by them doesn't fucking suck. See, platypus venom can cause extreme pain and swelling, and to ensure you remember not to fuck with them again, these effects can last for several months and have no treatment or anti-venom. So if Perry stabs your shit, your only option is to cry about it. Next on the list of offensive capabilities, I shit you not, platypus share the same hunting method as sharks. You see, that big-ass bill isn't just for show, as it contains enough surveillance equipment to make the CIA blush.
Oh, teeth?
Possessing the ability to sense changes in pressure in the water, but most importantly, containing electroreceptors that track electrical signals from muscle contractions made by their prey. Meaning that when whatever they're chasing starts quaking in fear, they know about it. And last but not least, as if those things weren't already unbelievable, we recently discovered something new. Platypus are fucking biofluorescent.
What?
They glow.
In the dark?
If you hit these things with a black light, they go bright fucking green. And
why?
The best part of that is, we have no clue why they do it. I guess it just means Perry was a biblically accurate platypus man. I'll give up.
That's true. That's true. Maybe, is that why Perry was green all this time? No, they recently found this out. So it's a coincidence. That's crazy. Dude, could you imagine if those freaking platypuses were bigger? If they were like lion-sized? Aren't they in their own category? No category of animals fit for them? Is that the case? I know they're like considered mammals, right? But they lay eggs and all that stuff. Huh. I hate it though. They look cute, but I hate it.
Who fucking designed this thing?
Yep.
Stepping on this rock could straight up paralyze you.
A rock? That's not a rock.
This isn't actually a rock. That is a stonefish, a species of underwater menace native to Australia. And coming as a surprise to absolutely no one, it is also the most venomous fish in the ocean.
Ew.
Because of course it is. As if the fucking snakes and spiders weren't enough,
did you
now
see
I can
that
get
fish?
packed
Wait.
up by a pet rock. But
Wait, that picture just now. Oh, a little bit too far.
surprise to absolutely no one, it is also the most venomous fish.
Look at that. It looks so gross. Oh my god. That's like... I feel like that's a face that only their mom would love. It's so gross. Cute. That's not cute. Grumpy. I can see that, but... Cute? No. And venomous? What the hell?
In the ocean. Because of course it is. As if the fucking snakes and spiders weren't enough, now I can get packed up by a pet rock. But why is this Pokemon reject such a threat to my mental health? Well, you see, stonefish use their special venom for defense. However, unlike most other animals that do this doesn't have the decency to dress like a neon sign to warn you. No. This bastard is a 6th prestige prop hunt veteran, having evolved some of the most impressive camouflage in the animal kingdom to make
that does
hunting
look
easier.
kind of like a rock.
And once they've set themselves up, they are basically indistinguishable from Patrick Starr's house. Now, this is a fairly major problem as they love to live in the shallows on the beach.
Shallows?
And that venom we talked about earlier is
No.
stored in these.
Oh, so you can't even go to the beach in peace? They're just laying around there in the shallow parts? And like a kid could just run into it by accident? Australian beaches were designed to kill you. Everything is designed to kill you in Australia, okay? Even the beaches. Especially maybe the water. Because there's like more stuff in there, no? Deep water has sharks, shallows have books, jellyfish, and stonefish. You're not safe. You're not safe anywhere, really. You can't even be safe in your own house because there's spiders. You can't be safe in your bed or in your bathroom on the toilet. There could be a spider. I hate it. I would rather sweat than go in the water. I would not leave the house. I'm not gonna lie. I would not leave the house unless there's a spider inside.
Giant, highly toxic spines that deliver venom when pressed on. You can probably see where I'm going with this. Considering it's hard enough to spot these things while you're paying attention, if you were, say, on a romantic walk along the beach with one of the homies, and while distracted by his ethereal beauty, weren't paying too much attention to where you were walking, it would be very easy to place your foot in the wrong spot and step directly onto 13 hypodermic needles, which would then deliver a ginormous dose of neurotoxin straight into your system. Oh, you thought it was normal venom? No. You see,
it's a spicy venom.
Maxed out the toxin skill tree, producing a mixture of 2 neurotoxins that can flatline you by collapsing your heart and lungs in under an hour. And even if you survive, the sting still causes extreme pain, swelling, and tissue necrosis.
Oh no!
Because this is Australia. where even the scenery is trying to want.
Oh, no, that's like the freaking tissue dying, right? Ew. Ew. Why are they so overkill? Why are they like this? What the hell? Sharks are the least dangerous thing in the ocean. I don't think there aren't that many shark attacks, right, in Australia or in general.
Shot me. This bird can straight hit you with a Mortal Kombat fatality.
Finish him.
Oh, they got like claws.
Introducing the cassowary, a species of ratite native to the land down under. And for once, guys, it's not venomous. Can still flatline you though,
Thank God.
And I'm going to tell you how. You see, these neon chickens belong to the same family of birds as the emu, and as such share their impressive size, coming in at a solid 79 kilos and growing up to 6 feet tall, meaning the short kings in my audience could, in theory, mount these things like a chocobo. But what makes them stick out
it is a
from
chocobo.
emus? Well, you see, the cassowary is basically a spec ops emu, being twice the weight, highly territorial, and most
what the hell?
coming with a combat knife strapped to their foot. That's right, this is a cassowary claw,
They are
and it's the
sharp as
reason
hell.
they can hit you with a fighting game finisher. You see, these claws are a full 5 inches long. And you know what I mean? Honestly, 5 inches, way too big for anything, and especially for something that's going inside me. And if you anger the tactical salt turkey, that is exactly what you're gonna get, as their go-to defense method is to kick you square in the gut with that kitchen knife and attempt to disembowel you. And I mean, even if the kick doesn't put your insides on the outsides, that kick is still going to send you flying, which can cause some fairly major problems. Problems like the incident that occurred in 2012, where you not, a cassowary ran up behind a random tourist, hit the heavy attack button, and kicked the guy down a small cliff into the ocean.
What?
I mean, luckily he survived, but the fact that I live in a country where at any point I could be hit with a sneak attack by a kaiju turkey is terrifying.
What the hell? That I've ever just sneaked up on someone and kicked him off the cliff? That's crazy! What the hell? Dude, what the hell? Bro got sneak attacked, he did. He was just doing tourist things, enjoying the view, whatever. Oh my god. And why did they even do that? Were they like, I don't like your face. Get out of here. Oh my god. No, I hate it. Funny, for the funnies, you know, they're just like jokes. It's just a little prank. Oh, Australia has Dark Souls, you can get invaded anytime. Yeah. Dude, look at his phone. Oh yeah, how dare he? How dare he?
Touching this plant will put you in the hospital.
I'm dying.
This is the gympie plant, a piece of foliage native to the land down under. And surprising no one, not only is the thing venomous, it is in fact the most painful plant on the planet. Because yeah, no, of course, man, even the fucking leaves down here have a problem with me. Growing in the rainforests of northern Queensland, these hell bushes are covered in tiny hairs that upon closer inspection aren't hairs at all and are actually thousands of hypodermic needles waiting to stab you and break off inside your skin if you so much as brush them. Once inside you, these needles will inject you with, I am not kidding, neurotoxin and cause absolutely excruciating pain. I mean, like comedic levels of pain. With one person describing it as being covered in hot acid and electrocuted, and another woman saying that it was straight up more painful than childbirth and she'd given birth 4 times. And the fucked up part is, the neurotoxin isn't even lethal. So this spiteful of a plant is hurting you purely for the love of the game. Mind you, there are reports of people saying getting stung by this thing is actually worse.
Why would he do this to himself? Money? Oh, I guess he does make his money that way, huh?
Than being put in the ground. This is because Groot's little hellspawn cousin here can continue hurting you for literal years.
Oh,
after being
years
stung.
even?
This is because those thousands of little hypodermic needles are actually made out of silicon, meaning your body can't break them down. And with how thin they are, your skin will usually close up.
How the hell did they?
Meaning that the
what, they close on top of? Oh no, that's horrific. That's right. So they're stuck in you? Oh my god. Oh my god.
These neurotoxin-emitting slivers can sit inside your skin for literal years, releasing more neurotoxin any time that they're moved
How
or
do they-
disturbed. This
how do they
constant,
get out?
chronic, agonizing pain is so unbelievably bad that there have even been records of, trying not to get banned here, people Alt F4ing existence to make it stop. This
I
particular
can
incident
imagine.
came from a man who accidentally used one of the plant leaves as toilet paper. I don't think it gets much worse than neurotoxin to the...
No! He happened to grab the most poisonous plant on the planet to use as toilet paper. So his bum is gonna be hurting for years. Oh no! No! Oh, poor man. No! No, he should have just not used anything. The leaves don't rot away too. You can kill the plant and the spikes last forever. Can you toss it in fire? Will that like mess up the silicone parts? I mean, it would, right? Oh, I feel bad for that man. Crazy.
Nuts. Crocodiles are just dinosaurs that forgot to go extinct. I am dead serious, and I cannot think of a croc species to better make my point than the saltwater crocodile, a species native to the land down under, and shocking absolutely no one, yes, it can and will eat you. You see, keeping on theme with the whole forgetting to go extinct thing, the salty stat spread just feels like something that should have been patched out with the rest of Jurassic Park, starting with their ridiculous size.
They are strong as hell. And
you see, salties are the largest reptile on the planet, coming in at a total of 6 meters
6
long with a
meters?
maximum weight of
6
1,100 kilos.
it's bigger than a car, basically. I mean, you know. But I still feel like crocodiles are not as bad as random plants that could hurt you for months without you dying, or spiders, venomous spiders. Because at least they're easy to avoid, right? Right?
Which makes this murder lizard genuinely longer than my f***ing car. And the f***ed up part is that despite being longer than my ute, they are for some reason absolute masters of stealth.
Damn.
See, crocs are ambush predators, which is a scientific way of saying they are dirty f***ing campers.
They're campers. Oh my god,
See,
they're
they've
like the
got
towel.
2 raised eyes that sit on the top of their heads, which means they can submerge their Ford Falcon-sized frame basically entirely under the water
Oh, he doesn't
without
even look that big.
sacrificing the ability to spot
Like
whatever
that.
they are looking to turn into a Happy Meal. And from your perspective as the Happy Meal, they are really difficult to see.
Oh my
which
God.
makes it very easy to walk just a little too close and, get bitten in half by that hydraulic press that they call a mouth.
That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
That's right,
oh my
just
God.
like any good camper, these scaly arseholes are packing a one-shot in the form of one of the highest bite forces of any animal on the f***ing planet, having been recorded at putting out a maximum of 3,700 psi of force through their jaws.
Oh
To
god.
put that into context, your skull will crack at 1,100 psi, so a croc would pop your head like a watermelon. And if you don't immediately get folded by the first bite, those jaws will latch onto you as the
And will
croc
spin?
begins a death roll, spinning its ton of body weight like a washing machine until whatever part of you it has decided to eat snaps off and is added to its protein goals.
I hate that.
But the best thing about the crocodile is their build is so f***ing good. They have genuinely been around with very little evolutionary change for 65 million years. Which means I grew up watching Steve Irwin wrestle dinosaurs for fun.
Okay, but he didn't. Did he wrestle the big ones? The salty ones? That's crazy though. They just don't have any natural predators, so they didn't have to change. Damn. Basically, it's just as bad as a plant. Okay, but I would assume a crocodile isn't just on the street. How is the average Australian gonna run into a crocodile? Right? Horrible balance. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Who balanced this game, huh? What are the devs doing?
Rest in peace, you absolute f***ing legend. koalas are really dumb. In fact, Australia's fuzzy icon is probably the dumbest thing on the planet.
But they're
and
so
that
cute.
stupidity starts with their diet, because of all the things they could have chosen to eat, they chose to eat nothing but straight up poison. You see, koalas feed exclusively on eucalyptus leaves, which, shocking no one, are highly toxic, because they are full to the brim with eucalypt oil, which is so fucking poisonous that as little as 3.75 mil is enough to land you in the afterlife, with the Reaper asking you why the fuck you felt the need to eat a leaf.
Maybe they just like the pain, you know? Maybe they're like one of those people, basically. They just like your food extra spicy.
Why?
Oh, it's also highly flammable and burns like napalm.
Oh, of course.
Because Australia.
Oh my
Despite
god.
nature putting up this giant do not eat sign, that did not stop the koala, because he can't fucking read. This suboptimal bulking diet not only gives the koala all in the way of nutrition, but also requires their body to rest to filter out the toxins so they don't fucking cark it.
Oh.
Meaning they need to spend upwards of 18 hours a day sleeping in order to just digest their fucking food. These dumbasses spend most of their life in a food coma. That is, however, if they even get to the food to begin with, because they are so mind-numbingly brain dead that they will not recognize a eucalyptus leaf as food unless it is on the branch. I could give this dumbass a lifetime supply of food, and if it wasn't on a stick, he would starve to death. It should come as no surprise to you at this point that the koala has such an esky temperature IQ that they literally have a smooth brain. The thoughts slide right off.
Wait, do they actually?
I love him.
I love him too. It's cute.
This wasp is basically a xenomorph. Introducing the tarantula hawk wasp, possibly one of the most nightmare-inducing insects on the planet. And the reason it's such a threat to your mental health is because its hunting and reproduction strategy is ripped straight from Ellen Ripley's autobiography. But before we get to the strats, you're gonna have to learn a little bit about it first. Native to Australia, because of course it fucking is, this fucker is the largest wasp on the planet, coming in at a massive 2.5 inches. Which, boys, we would all agree, well above average, right? Huge. And this is probably the most effective 2 inches has ever been, because it has the second most painful sting of any insect on the planet, coming in just barely behind the ball ant.
Oh my god, Peterson's doing it again!
Pack and a half-inch stinger with a potent venom that has been described as blinding, debilitating, and electric. Now, the size and poison aren't just for nothing, because as the name tarantula hawk wasp suggests, they are purpose-built, genetically perfect killing machines designed specifically to violate spiders, making Australia basically an all-you-can-eat buffet for them. But they don't just execute the spiders. No, that'd be too normal. Hawk wasps use spiders to reproduce in one of the most horrific ways possible. And that all starts with the female hawk wasp hunting down a tarantula. As the buff bulking spider takes a wrong turn down a dark alley, the hawk wasp, noticing the 8 sets of TNs on his feet, proceeds to fucking jump him. Flying down from above to land a sting into the spider's abdomen, instantly and permanently paralyzing it. The Bug Harbour butcher then proceeds to drag the still completely conscious and aware spider into an isolated kill room, which is where the fucked up part really begins. Because our wasp isn't hungry, it's pregnant, and proceeds to lay its egg on the paralysed spider's abdomen. After about 3 to 4 days, that egg hatches into a larvae. A very, very hungry larva. Fortunately, there's a whole bunch of fresh fruit right here underneath them. That food being the still paralysed, still very conscious and aware spider. The larvae burrows into the spider's abdomen and gets to work converting it into a KFC family bucket, consuming it from the inside out, purposely avoiding vital organs to keep the food nice and fresh. After it's
What the
done
hell?
consuming a living being, the larvae breaks forth from the demolished corpse like a fucking chest burster and fucks off to continue the generational arachnid violation. Anywho, good luck getting any sleep tonight.
What the hell? Are they like common in Australia too? Literal phaser? Yes, it's literally an alien. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. And they keep the freaking spider alive while it's like conscious. Oh, I feel bad for them now. I feel bad for the spiders. And I hate spiders. I love it from afar, very far. You crazy. Well, keep the spider fresh. I guess they're practical, but still, what the hell? What the hell?
A gorilla can't beat 100 men in a fight. He gets jumped. But
you
that
sure?
begs the question, which animal does win? And the answer,
Hippo?
stepping into the ring at 5 meters long and weighing in at a genuinely frightening 4,500 kilos, I present to you the hippopotamus.
It's Mudang.
Yeah, look, a hippo causing a 100-long line at the gates of heaven after a fight is honestly pretty plausible. You see, despite the fantastic PR work Mudang has done for the hippopotamus community,
Jimmy, what the hell?
doesn't change the fact that Moto here is a sentient Ford F-150, the temperament of a fucking serial killer who can win this fight for one very specific reason. You can't fucking hurt it.
You can't?
You say the hippopotamus is possibly
look at it
the
run.
tankiest land animal on the fucking planet, packing an unbelievably thick 2-inch hide. Now look, we all know 2 inches is a lot, especially in the sheets, but in the streets of the
Yeah.
African savannah, this
Yeah.
makes them practically Don't believe me? Here is a hippopotamus walking away from 10 lions trying to convert it into a...
They're trying so hard and he doesn't care. Dude, what the hell? Oh my god. He's just chilling. He's just vibing. Hippo doesn't listen to haters. An absolute unit, yeah.
family meal. Notice how the hippopotamus does not give a single fuck. If Mufasa and his extended family can't hurt it, neither can you. However, don't let the fact that it's walking away fool you here. The hippopotamus is not a peaceful animal.
Oh
They
my
are,
god.
in fact,
Oh my.
violent, psychopathic, 4.5-ton thundercats that can and will bite you in half. A hippo's jaw produces 2,000 psi of pure crushing force. So if he catches your ass,
You're dead. Oh no.
you are the watermelon. And as if the hydraulic press wasn't bad enough,
No.
don't forget they've got 2 20-inch fangs in that mouth that'll put a hole in you big enough to stick your f***ing arm through. But honestly, the bite doesn't even f***ing matter. It weighs 4.5 tons and can run at 30k an hour.
Oh my god, that's faster than I was
Getting hit by a
expecting.
charging hippo is like getting hit by a f***ing bus.
They run faster than I do. than most people do. They're a bus that can bite you even. Oh my god. Also, max defense build at the same... That's broken. That's broken. Where's the balance? Again. Australia, what the hell?
There is no way we are winning a fight against something that could probably take out 10 people just by rolling over.
Oh, it's a Dark Souls
In
ball.
summary, don't f
Basically.
with the hungry hippo.
Wait, do they eat meat? No, right? Or do they?
Komodo dragons are horror villains. I mean,
Ooh.
seriously, this industrial-sized lizard is easily one of the biggest assholes in the animal kingdom when it comes
Really?
to hunting methods, packing a PhD in suffering and a double degree in biological warfare purely because they cannot be expending effort to hunt.
Huh?
You see, Godzilla's little cousin here is the largest lizard in the world, weighing up to 166 kilos and being a full 3.13 meters in length, which means, for the short kings in my audience, if you're brave enough, banger motor transport right there.
I didn't know they were that big. That's crazy. I thought they were smaller all this time. Oh my god, but they look so chill.
Now, being the reptile equivalent of a Cadillac Escalade means that the Komodo dragon needs to consume a lot of calories to keep that bulk going. However, rather than using that bulk to proactively chase down and body slam its prey, they can take down prey 3 times their size, because as if being a reptilian tank was not enough, they are also
oh
venomous.
My god. Oh.
And this isn't just your run-of-the-mill snake venom that, you know, gives you a nice quick 15-minute death. No. A Komodo hunt starts with it running up to its prey and giving it a nice big chomp on the leg, injecting it with hemorrhagic venom. After biting, the Komodo dragon off and just sits there watching. The confused and bewildered animal runs off into the forest, leaking blood, allowing that Komodo dragon to track it like a DoorDash order. A week goes by. And that bite wound isn't closing because hemorrhagic venom prevents blood clots. So, the animal is still slowly bleeding out.
Just slow.
And the Komodo is still watching. More time passes.
He's a watcher,
bite
guys.
wound gets infected because Komodos are carrion feeders, meaning that the inside of their mouth is full of enough rotting flesh and bacteria to give Asmongold a run for his money. The infection begins to drain the animal's strength, and the Komodo is still watching. Another week passes.
Another week?
The infection has spread, and the flesh has begun to rot. And you best believe that ass lizard is still there watching like he's waiting for his meal to heat up in the microwave. Once the bleeding, disease-ridden animal becomes too exhausted to move on its own and collapses, the Komodo strolls over and eats it alive.
Alive?
Shredding it into chunks if it's larger, or if it's small enough, swallowing it whole as it screams on the way down. Even for me, man, that's fucked.
What? I thought they were gonna wait till it was dead. But they just like the taste of rotting meat, is that it? Is that why they were waiting all this time until it got to that state, alive? Oh, they nasty. Oh, I hate that. Oh, what the hell?
This is the deadliest snake in the world.
Ooh.
Introducing the inland taipan, and being the deadliest venom noodle in the world, I will give you exactly one guess as to where it's found. It's Australia, of course it's in Australia. Be so serious here. Where the else did you think you were going to find it? Canada? More specifically, as the name suggests, the taipan is found inland in the outback. Luckily, extremely far from civilization. Because this homicidal hospital hose is the definition of size doesn't matter. Because despite having extremely small fangs for a venomous snake, coming in at only 6.2 millimeters, the taipan is here to show you that you absolutely can feel less than an inch, because those fangs contain the statistically deadliest snake venom on the fucking planet. Yeah, taipan venom is a pina colada of pain, containing, but not limited to, hemotoxins to cause blood clots, myotoxins for paralysis and necrosis, nephrotoxins to shut down your kidneys, and 3 different kinds of neurotoxin. Needless to say, if it bites you, you will get a headache, vomit up the entire contents of your stomach, collapse to the ground in agonizing pain, and then your heart and lungs will stop, sending you to meet God in under 15 minutes. And that venom is so fucking potent that one bite contains enough toxin to do that to 100 people. But the funniest part of this snake's venom is that in the wild, they only hunt rats and f***ing mice.
Okay.
The deadliest venom on the planet, and they are using it to
That's
pack
so
up
overkill.
Remy the rat. It's like hunting a rabbit with a fucking AWP.
That's the cutest f***ing thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
And dies. Oh my god. No. I hate that. I hate that. But luckily you won't come across them that easily, I guess. I guess. Ew. Ew.
This adorable little octopus
that's a
is
very
also
poisonous
the
one.
world's deadliest. Introducing the blue-ringed octopus, a species of cephalopod native to Australia, and in a shock to precisely 0 people at this point, it's venomous.
It's
Because
so
of course
cute,
it's
though.
fucking venomous. Why wouldn't it be venomous? That'd make my life way too fucking easy. Now, to its credit, unlike most of the toxic bullshit in this hellscape I call home, they at least have the common decency to be coloured like a fucking neon sign. However, it immediately loses this credit by being the octopus equivalent of a fucking hobbit, coming in smaller than a 50-cent coin. And this is a problem, because it is the most venomous octopus in the world.
So small.
That's right, this fluoro spaghetti ball is packed to the brim with neurotoxin, more specifically, tetrodotoxin. You know, the same shit that turns cooking a puff fish into a quick time event. Yeah, these little guys are packing it too. However,
No.
because it is Australian, the blue-ringed octopus is on violence timing and is the only animal in the world to use this shit as an offensive measure by way of a venomous bite. But what does the venom actually do? Well, imagine you're wading through the rock pools with the homies, and you accidentally disturb this little gentleman's residence. The blue ring, taking the American approach to home defense, suctions onto your leg and bites you. Best part, it's completely painless. So if you're distracted by how
painless? You don't
thick your
even
mate's
notice.
looking in those Speedos, you aren't going to feel shit. That is, until your face starts tingling like TV static.
Oh.
It's warm out here under the sun, but you weren't sweating like this 5 minutes ago, and now you got a headache. You start to feel sick, weak. You go to call out, but your voice comes out slurred like you just knocked back a bottle of vodka.
Oh my god.
Of vodka?
And then suddenly, your legs come out from under you, and you hit the beach. Fun fact about tetrodotoxin. It's a paralytic. Freezes up your muscles one by one, starting with your arms and legs, which is why you're kissing the sand. You know
And
what
then
else
your
is a
heart?
muscle?
Your
Your
heart.
diaphragm, the muscle
Oh.
that controls your breathing. And yeah, turns those bad boys off
Oh.
too. And so, your chest stops rising and falling, and you suffocate to death right there on the beach.
Oh my god.
Now, you may be wondering, how come no one called an ambulance?
They don't have time?
They didn't have time to.
Oh
you
my
went up
god.
to meet your ancestors in under 20 minutes. God
20
ordered
minutes?
your ass with same-day shipping, and this little fucker delivered. Employee of the month.
That is horrific. Okay, another reason
This
to dodge
shrimp
the...
can cause explosions.
My main goal is to blow up.
Introducing the Mantis shrimp, native to the West
Oh,
Indo-Pacific
Mantis.
Ocean and possibly the coolest crustacean under the sea. Because this fluorescent armored sausage
Ooh.
is actually a voracious, bloodthirsty predator rocking enough surveillance equipment to scare the CIA with a weapon powerful enough to surpass Metal Gear. See, the mantis shrimp is a highly effective predator, and they find and track their prey as easily.
No! No, they did not. He did not do that just now. Don't do that! Oh god. Oh. This is the second time. Oh my god.
The most advanced set of eyes on the fucking planet. First off, each of these eye stalks can rotate independently like a periscope,
Oh.
giving them a full 360 degrees of vision. However, more importantly, they can see colours we can't. You see, the
Ooh.
mantis shrimp's eyes contain a full 15 photoreceptor cones
15?
compared to our 3. Which is a fancy way of saying they can see in 16K HDR with ray tracing enabled at 500 render distance.
Oh my piece.
Now, not only is the visual clarity unmatched, they can also see into the infrared and ultraviolet light spectrums. And despite all of this, they still can't find who asked.
Oh. Dude. They're basically like perceiving the world in a different dimension at that point. That's crazy.
What they can, however, find is their next meal. The mantis shrimp subsists on a diet of fish, worms, squidward, and, most importantly, Mr. Crabs. Now, crabs famously exist inside of a defensive shell. So, how does this polite little gentleman break into the shell? Simple. He throws hands.
Oh, he punches?
That's right, weighing in at only 90 grams and 38 centimeters in length, the mantis shrimp has a punch that produces 15,000 newtons of force. That is 176 newtons per gram. So if a human was capable of that same kind of force, a right hook from someone who weighs 80 kilo would be like getting hit in the face with 6 sticks of dynamite. Now, to produce that force, its claw needs to be moving at 83 kilometers an hour, which is so fast it creates a vacuum in the water called a cavitation bubble, which then immediately collapses at such a speed it creates a miniature explosion that flashbangs the target and reaches a temperature hotter than the surface of the sun.
What? What? And that all came from this tiny shrimp. I mean, yeah. What? What? What the hell? My favorite animal. They basically have like fucking bombs as hands. That is insane.
Mr. Krabs is getting f***ing disintegrated.
Money.
They still shrimp. Oh my god.
Most snails aren't scary, except for this one. This one's
Ooh.
Australian.
Oh no. Are they
Introducing
poisonous
the
too?
cone snail, an aquatic mollusk native to the land down under. And as seems to be the requirement when sharing your postcode with a kangaroo, you guessed it. It can quite easily cause your neck snap to be in a coffin. And
It's like
the
the
way it
snail.
can achieve it
It's like the snail from Reddit that chases you. Slowly but surely. And it will kill you when it gets to you.
is this bad boy right here. You see, despite most snails having a reputation for being slow goobers that get folded by a salt shaker, the cone snail is a highly effective ambush predator.
Ooh.
And you may be wondering, how the fuck does a creature that moves slower than the GTA 6 development cycle hunt anything? Well, that's simple. It has a grappling hook.
What?
That's right, Gary's
Oh my God.
murderous little cousin here is a roadhog, mate.
Hi there.
And he hunts by slowly but surely stalking up on his prey until he's just within range, and then
pow.
bang! The cone snail does a quarter circle input, spitting out a tooth harpoon at 90 kilometers an hour. This harpoon then nails its prey, allowing them to reel it in like he's playing Scorpion.
Oh no.
And in case that wasn't bad enough, as seems to be a requirement for spawning on Australian servers,
Poisonous?
it's venomous.
Okay, venomous.
That
Close enough.
harpoon also injects its prey with a highly potent neurotoxin that instantly paralyzes it. This means it cannot put up a fight, as it is sucked into the snail's ginormous maw like a nightmarish version of Kirby.
No.
And, just in case you thought for once you might be safe, cone snail venom is potent enough to kill 700 people with one sting. Oh, yeah, and there's no anti-venom. Because it's not enough that it can kill me. No, I have to die knowing there is zero counterplay. Who balanced this
No one did. Oh, this is terrible.
If you see this thing T-pose, run! Introducing the
that an
anteater, a goofy little creature native to Brazil, and to understand why the absolute stance on this bad boy is a threat to your health, you're going to have to understand a little about his lifestyle first. Now listen, I know this may come as a shock to you, but the anteater eats ants. And
No
weighing in
way.
at
Ain't no
40
way.
kilos and 1.8
they're
meters in length, he needs to consume upwards of 40 1,000 ants per day. Now, in order to help him hit his bulking goals, the anteater has a mystery mouse tool stored inside that XL sniffer. A 60 centimeter long
looks gross.
tongue. Designed to snake its way down an ant colony's tunnel network, smash into their living room, and abduct the entire cast of Bug's life and convert them into a high-calorie meal. However, what that tongue do only goes so far, as an ant colony can extend up to 4 meters underground, and termites live in high-rises, which means our boy here is going to have to do a little excavation to get to the goods.
Oh,
but last I checked, an anteater can't go down to Bunnings and buy a shovel. So how does he dig? Oh, that's simple, with the combat knives he has for claws. Yeah, anteaters are permanently cosplaying Freddy Krueger with a set of 4-inch claws, which, proving the effectiveness of a few inches, can crack through f***ing concrete. Now, these work great for digging, but they are also more than capable of flatlining you. When threatened, the anteater will rear up into a defensive T-pose. This is your sign, if you are smart, to turn around and f*** all the way off. If, however, you were, say, some dumbass trophy hunter who really felt the need to try and stab an animal for no reason other than ego, the anteater will swipe at you with those claws, which are at the perfect height to nail your inner thigh, slip through your flesh like butter, and sever your femoral artery, causing you to bleed out in 2 minutes while the anteater watches you go meet your ancestors. Can you imagine having to explain to your ancestors who felled woolly mammoths you got your shit packed up by the most unserious creature on the planet hitting a T-pose?
Oh my god. That's horrible. I can't believe someone actually tried to fight an anteater. Why do you think we invented knives to counteract anteaters? Dude, literally all animals in Australia either have a knife or they're venomous. It's like a staple in their build.
Australia's scariest spider is hiding a deep secret.
No?
But what is it? Well, introducing the Huntsman, native to the land down under, and the #1 cause of tourists absolutely shitting themselves on camera.
Yep. Oh my god, they jumped?
In defense of said tourists, I will be the first to admit, yeah, this looks scarier than a f***ing job application. Those gangly ass legs and the hair make him look like Slender Man's testicle. Now, as if having a negative charisma stat wasn't bad enough, I regret to inform you that the Huntsman spider grows up to 30 fucking centimeters in size.
What? There's no way that's real, right? There's no way that's real. What the hell? Look at that spider. Look at the size. This has to be fake. Australia's just fake. No, I refuse to believe that's an actual spider walking around. Big boy, they are the big boys. The full-size ones move crazy fast. That's... I hate it. I hate it. No. Oh, they look so... Oh, so gross. They move too fast. No. Oh my god, okay.
Making it the largest spider on the planet by leg span and legally allowing Subway to market him as a foot long. Now, being the spider equivalent of a Ford F-150, you'd think he'd have the common decency to be slow, you know, tank build. Unfortunately, the Huntsman is f***ing turbocharged. Now, it's usually at this point in the video that I would inform you that he is also highly venomous, because it's Australia. However, that's his big secret. The Huntsman is a big sweetheart. You see, despite looking like an SCP, Huntsmen are incredibly timid, and on the rare occasion they do bite, their venom is harmless. In fact, seeing one of these bad boys in your house is a blessing in disguise, because if you see a Huntsman in your home, I guarantee you won't see any annoying ass flies or mosquitoes, because he's eaten them. You see, he understands he's big enough that he should be paying rent, and so he contributes to the household in pest control.
I was just
I
polite.
personally have had one of these bad boys as an 8-legged roommate, and I can tell you they're pretty good company. Except for the part where they cause car crashes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you see,
Dude.
huntsmen like to hide in tight spaces and cracks,
No,
and they
it's
do it by
hard.
flightening out their body to fit into the gap. Now, in the house, that usually means you'll just find them behind a painting, but when you're flying down the highway at 110k an hour and decide to flip down the sun visor because God is trying to flashbang you, yeah, they like to sleep in there and you've just dropped one into your lap. Now, whatever you do, don't panic or you're going to crash the...
There's no way you can't panic while that happens. That's it? Oh my god, that spider. Dude, I'm lucky. I'm glad that I don't have a driver's license or a car. Because I would hate having to deal with that if I lived in Australia, that is. Because I would for sure be one of those people that would crash their car into something. Oh my god. If I moved to Australia, I would love to have one of these in my home, even though I'm scared of spiders. I'm okay with spiders as long as they don't touch me. As long as they stay very far away from me, then I'm okay with it. You know, they can sit in the distance. But as soon as they get into arm's length, no. It is slipper for them then. That was a fun video. It was very fun, wasn't it? Very funny. Also interesting. Basically, it's another reminder why we don't go to Australia. Thank you for watching the video. If you had a good time, maybe consider giving a little like and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions for videos that I can watch in the future, feel free to leave them down below in the comments. I will have a look at them at a later time. For now though, I'll have to say goodbye, so bye bye, bye bye bye. Say bye back. Bye bye, bye bye.